What's going on, YouTube? R to the double E dash to the ZON coming at you once again. It's been a little bit since I made my last video. Was a 3-year anniversary of the Switch, and I'm still enjoying the Switch, as I said in that video. This video is going to be just my thoughts and reactions to Xbox Series X hands-on reveal that was 2 days ago, and what I just finished watching, PlayStation 5's deep dive. First and foremost, I might sound a little hoarse, a little under the weather, man. Don't y'all worry. I know with this whole coronavirus thing going around, people were, lose their shit at the first sign of somebody sick. No, my son was congested over the weekend and coughing a little bit. He's doing a lot better now, but I think I caught from him what he had, so I had to stay home today because, again, I didn't want to scare the shit out of anybody at my job. So that's why my voice sounds a little nasally. I'm a little congested in the ears. I had a sore throat yesterday. It's gone now, so recovering little by little. Hopefully I'll be able to be back to work tomorrow. But yeah, so I wanted to talk about this. First of all, Xbox Series X, man. Let me just give you, right now, my decision as it stands right now. I love my Xbox One S. I'm enjoying the shit out of it. It is my go-to console. I mean, the Switch is my secondary console, straight up. But I play it the most probably because I'm always with it. So, I'm always on Stardew Valley or, Warface or whatever. I enjoy the shit out of the Switch. But as far as my go-to straight-up console at home, it's my Xbox One S, man. It's amazing. My PS4 is in the kids' room. They can have that. There's nothing really coming for it that I'm into except maybe The Last of Us 2, which I have a feeling is going to be a PS5 game. But, either way. Xbox Series X has me, dude. I'm just like, yeah, that's the one. And I know it's probably going to be expensive. So I'm like, fuck, man. It's probably like $500, maybe $600, man. And I know, y'all know me in the past, I've always said, I am not ever going to go over 400. That's bullshit. I'm a gamer. I'm going to buy it. I'm going to do whatever I got to do to get it. I just hate the fact that it's over 400. That's like, come on, dude. But when I saw everything that Xbox Series X was cranking into this console, I was just like, take my money. Take my money. I'll credit card the bitch. Whatever I got to do. Take my money. I'll sell my ass on the street if I have to. Dude, the Xbox Series X looks amazing. Everything from the way the system is built. I mean, they showed you every component. Xbox was so balls to the ground, like straight up like the biggest sack in the room, that they were like, we don't give a fuck. We're going to say exactly what we have, exactly what we can do, and we're going to show you some features of it at work, like right in action, so you can see. They didn't hold nothing back because they're so confident in what they built, and I got to be with them. I'm like, yo. I even said it. I was like, I knew it. Once they did that, I'm like, all right, how much longer is Sony going to be quiet? Because it's been like 2 years now that we've been hearing about the PS5. Sony ain't said shit. All of a sudden, as soon as the Xbox Series X hands-on video went live and they got all the reactions and everybody's loving this, Sony comes out, oh, we're gonna do a reveal event, on the 18th. It was like a day later. It was yesterday. They come out. We're gonna do it tomorrow at 9 o'clock, whatever. A deep dive. All right, so I sit here and I watch it. Oh my God, how boring! They showed nothing. They showed nothing. All they did was literally talk specs. And I get it, for the developers out there, this might have been fucking ear candy. I'm an aspiring developer. And some of it was like, okay, that's interesting, that's cool. But for the most part, I was like, you're speaking Chinese, dude. We don't give a fuck. We want to see what the system can do. Xbox Series X did not show any Series X games. But they showed you what the console can do in a gameplay scenario. They showed you Xbox One games, Xbox 360 games, even original Xbox games affected by the power of Series X. And they showed you actual features like the quick resume, which I'm going to talk about, which is fucking awesome. They showed you the power of the console at work. They showed you every single component. They had this dude put it together so you can see how it gets put together in the chassis and all that, and the actual size of the system and the fact that it can be laid horizontal or up. And then they went to show you actual gameplay, how it affects the game experience. Sony just sat there. How long was that shit, man? I want to say that was at least 45 minutes, something like that. I don't know exactly, but it was a long fucking time. And they just sat there with the camera on the lead architect of the system, the engineer, Cerny, Mike Cerny, I forget his name. And he's there talking. Nothing against him, but he's just talking and talking all this jargon. And, oh, it's this many computations, and then it does this, da, 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 da. The only thing I took away from there is two things. And they're both negatives as far as I'm concerned. Well, the first one is a negative as far as I'm concerned, but they said that it works really good, so we'll see. The internal storage of the system, as far as I can tell from what I got from that, was 825 gigabytes. Not even a terabyte. Okay. Correct me if I'm wrong. That's what I understood from it. And the second thing was backwards compatibility, again, is going to be kind of half-ass. Hold on, my screensaver just popped up. I'll tell you what I mean by that. It's going to be kind of half-ass, where they were like, oh, we expect most PlayStation 4 main titles to be playable at launch. Right there. You're telling me that backwards compatibility is half-assed. Again, while the Xbox Series X, as far as we can see, and from what they've said, is backwards compatible with the entire history of Xbox. From the original Xbox to the 360 to the One to the Series X. All of it is in there. With the premier and most successful and most reliable online experience in Xbox Live, your Xbox gamer account, carrying all your shit forward. So I can literally jump on board with the Series X, the low-end model, the Lockhart or whatever it is, have that for a year or so, and then say, you know what, I want to get a 4K TV, and I'm going to jump up to the Series X, the main one. Trade in my Lockhart with some money on my own, boom, and get the Series X, and all my shit gets carried over, no problem. But it's backwards compatible with the entire fucking library of every Xbox console. This is what Nintendo used to do, and this is what they should be doing now. And this is what Sony has yet to fucking do. Because the PlayStation 3 was backwards compatible with the PS2, and then they cut that off. And then ever since then, the PS4, backwards compatible with PS3, there was like, you had to do workarounds. And now again, it's sounding like there's going to be some workarounds, or you're going to have to wait for them to kind of like, you know, what's the word, like do updates so that you can get this amount of games and this amount of games. Because when you say we expect most PS4 main titles to be playable on PS5, all right, those are the main titles. Not even all the titles are the obscure titles. No, just the main ones and most of the main ones. That already shows me your backwards compatibility is not where it needs to be. So those are the two. I mean, everything else that I saw on the PS5 Reveal right now, and I said, listen, I'm pretty much Xbox. Locked, signed, and sealed. This free agent took off the PlayStation jersey and threw on that green and white, dude. Straight up. But I said, hey, I'm open, like I've always been. I want to see what PS5 has. You just talked a whole bunch of spec shit that I don't comprehend, nor do I give a shit about. I want to see what the system can do. In Xbox video, they showed you the dude loads up State of Decay 2 in a second or two. Boom, there it is, he's playing. Let me suspend this game, let me go to Forza. It took about 3 or 4 seconds for Forza to load up, right where he had left Forza off in his previous play session. Let me go to Halo or whatever. Suspends that game, 3 to 4 seconds, boom, there's Halo, right where he left off. Let's go to this other game, a fourth game. Suspends that, boom, 3 to 4 seconds, boom, the other game's there, right where he left off. Let's go back to State of Decay 2, the first game. Bling, 3 to 4 seconds, boom, there's State of Decay 2, where he left it off when he first suspended it. Bro, he did up to 5 games, and they didn't say there's a limit, but I'm sure there's a limit. But he did 5 games, and they seamlessly would suspend and open up the next one like that in like 2 to 3 seconds, bro. Boom, like that right there, right where you left off. And he says that every time you suspend it, it's saving it in the system. Even if you were to power down the system fully, when you turn it on, all your resumes will be there. So you can pick up right where you left off. That is basically what the Switch does. Except the Switch doesn't, you don't really power it off completely. But you go into sleep mode, and it could be on sleep for 3 or 4 days. You come back 3 or 4 days later and open up your game, and it's there. Well, this is like that on the home console level. Dude, 4 or 5 fucking games. And these are big-time AAA games that require a lot of data and a lot of RAM and all that. And it's just saving them, suspending them, resuming them, going back, like nothing. That's what the fuck I wanted to see. I wanted to see, PlayStation, can you do that? Or can you show me something, a similar feature like that you're packing in your console? No, we're just going to talk about all our RAM and our SSD and the transistors and the teraflops and all. Who gives a flying fuck? Do that shit behind closed doors with the developers that give a shit. When you come out here to the public, show us the goods. I'm telling you, dude, I see Xbox slapping the fuck out of them this generation. I see this being worse than when the 360 first came out and just dominated PS3 for like the first 3 or 4 years. I see this being worse than that. Series X looks fucking ridiculous. That quick resume shit was ridiculous. On top of that, they showed how the system, how the power of the system, like that smart delivery shit, which is another fucking epic feature that has. This is just fucking Series X is ridiculous. Where they play like, Halo 5 Guardians, or I forgot, I think it was Halo 5, a game that was not designed with HDR in mind. Or was it? I don't remember what game it was. Whatever. It was a game that was not designed with HDR in mind. So where you had fire or lighting in that game, it's kind of flat. It's just, like a texture. The system, when you played it on Series X, HDR was enabled even in a game that was not designed for it, and all of a sudden you see that fire is bright and the light's coming out of it, and lighting is actually reflecting it. I was like, holy shit! They even did it. They even did it on an old school Xbox original game, Fusion Frenzy, which is an old school multiplayer game that I used to love. And you can see the arena they were playing in. Once they had it on Xbox One, playing it, it looks like it used to look, like it was designed to look. Then they played on the Series X, and anything that was lighting or fire was like the HDR had that shit coming out like for real. So this is part of that smart delivery tech where it's like, okay, if I play the new Halo that's coming out, Infinite or whatever, on my Xbox One S or Xbox One X or whatever, current Xbox, it's gonna look great. It's gonna look, boom, whatever it plays. Then you play that same game on your Xbox Series X, and the system automatically updates the textures, the lighting, all the specifications to Series X level. So you don't need to buy the Series X version, or you don't need to buy the remastered version. You just buy the fucking game, and whatever Xbox you play it on, it plays it on that Xbox the way it's supposed to be. If you play it here on Xbox One, you're going to get Xbox One's performance. Take that same disc, put it in the Series X, and you get Series X performance. No downloading, no nothing, no effort or work on the part of the player. That's what the fuck I'm talking about. And we ain't even got to talk about Xbox Live. See, they showed us shit. PlayStation, I sat here, and I was literally like, this guy cannot talk for 45 minutes. I was like 20 minutes in, I'm like, all right, come on, man. Come on, show me something. I know you're not doing this for 45 minutes. 45 minutes, the motherfucker stood there and talk, and talk, and talk. That's all he did. I really think PlayStation 5 is at a disadvantage, like straight up. I'm not saying it's not going to be amazing. I've already said it. I probably will end up getting one, but you probably like a year or two down the line. On day one launch, I'm getting my Series X. I'm getting Series X. I'm loving my Xbox One S right now so much. I've been in love with the system since I got it in December that I'm just like, why didn't I jump on board with Xbox instead of PlayStation at the beginning of this last generation? So those are my thoughts and reactions on it, man. The PlayStation 5 looks like it's gonna be a beast. It's gonna be powerful. But I got nothing in that presentation. As far as I could follow him without falling asleep, I'm like listening to the guy. I'm like, Jesus Christ, he's still fucking talking. It's unbelievable. His shit's still coming out of his mouth. But as much as I could understand, I was like, okay, it sounds awesome. It doesn't sound more powerful than the Xbox Series X, dude. And I think the tone I got from it was like, yeah, this is what we got. Like, kind of like avoiding the elephant in the room of like, yeah, their system's a fucking monster, but this is what we got. I'm telling you, bro, I'm Series X all the way day one, man. Again, I want to see more from the PlayStation 5. I mean, I don't like how they talked for 45 minutes, and then it was like, now it's time to see what the system can do. And you're sitting there like, all right, show us. And it's like, so I hope developers bring the unexpected because they have plenty of room to play around here. Thank you. And walk off the stage. Get the fuck out of here, dude. Nah. Like, I was just like, I gotta see gameplay. But man, when it comes to the reliability and the fucking, what's the word, bro? Reliability and just epicness of Xbox Live, when it comes to the power that system's packing, when it comes to the fact that they have a 1 terabyte SSD on board and then have a port in the back. This is the only negative for Xbox Series X, but I get it, dude. You can attach an external hard drive to it. And PlayStation sounded kind of similar, but you can attach an external hard drive to it and save your games in there. But that's only for storage. You can't play the games off that external hard drive like you normally would because the processing of the system and everything that's in that system requires so much speed that external hard drive can't handle it. It has to be done through the drive that's inside the system. So because of that, for memory expansion, you're going to have proprietary memory. And it's this little it's a team up between Xbox, between Microsoft and Seagate. It's this little cartridge that's like an external SSD. It almost looks like an M.2, but a little bit thicker that you plug right into that port in the back of the Series X, which will give you another terabyte. So you'd have 2 terabytes right there. But on board, you already have 1 terabyte. The PlayStation's only coming with 825 gigabytes. 825 gigabytes. But when it comes to, like I said, the epicness and reliability of Xbox Live, the power that's being packed into that system, the ultra speed of that SSD in there, the expandability of memory, the Xbox controller, just being the best controller on the market. It's between that and the Switch Pro. Those 2 controllers are amazing. The PlayStation controller, you've heard me say before, always sucks. It's been sucking. They didn't even show the fucking controller. They didn't show the system. They didn't show the controller. They did nothing today. They just talked. you know, when you think about all that and all the exclusives Microsoft is going to have coming up, your new Halo, your new Forza, new Gears, and all that, but you know that they're going to have a shitload of brand new exclusives coming their way because all the studios they bought up in the last generation. And the fact that they're going to take off, they're going to be on top. And when they're on top, the third parties, they're going to get the better third-party ports. I mean, it's just, bro, it looks like they sat there. I thought Nintendo did the best I had ever seen with a failing console in the Wii U. The Wii U failed miserably. I love my Wii U. I was playing it yesterday. I play that system all the time. I still love my Wii U. I still think it's amazing. But it failed financially. Their turnaround and rebound to the Switch is the stuff of legends. But Xbox did not fail. Xbox One didn't fail. 40 to 50 million worldwide. That's not a failure. They just got stomped because PlayStation has over 100 million. But to sit there the whole time and take all that abuse and all that mocking and everything and quietly start things like Game Pass, Gamers with Gold, buy up all these studios, and now start showing us the Xbox Series X and all the shit they're packing in it, what they're getting ready to do is going to trump what Nintendo did going from Wii U to Switch. I'm telling you that right now. They're going to get all the fucking best third-party ports. They're going to get most of the third-party exclusives that are going to want to come to them because their system's going to be the top dog. They're going to have all their own exclusives, brand new exclusives to all the studios they bought up, and the shit you can do with that system, bro. That quick resume shit alone. It's like, yo, you've ever been playing, you know, a game on your Switch or Xbox or your PlayStation, and it's like, okay, you can suspend it and go look at YouTube, or suspend it and go look something up on the web or whatever, or suspend it and just come back later and pick it back up. That's awesome. But what if I wanted to play my game and then say, okay, you know what, I'm tired. Let me go play another game, but I don't want to have to fucking load this game back up later. Just suspend it. I'm playing the second game, same thing. I'm gonna jump into a third game. I don't feel like I'm go from Halo to Madden. Okay, let's go to Madden. No, suspend Halo. Man, you know, hours pass by. Come back, turn the system on, say, you know what? I want to pick up that first game I was playing in. Right there where you left off. Boom. Halo, right where you left off. Madden, right where you left off. Mortal Kombat, right where you left off. Bro, the guy had 5 games. 5 big time. Not little tiny arcade games. 5 big time Xbox One games up there running. And was suspending them and loading them in seconds. Boom, between each other. That alone is a fucking game changer. That alone is a game changer. And man, like I said, so in short, my reactions were polar opposites. To the Xbox Series X, that hands-on review was like, holy shit, my decision is confirmed. Because I was already leaning towards Xbox Series X. The PlayStation 5 that I just watched right now, Deep Dive, was like, oh my God, I think they're doing all this talking because they really have nothing. They saw what the Series X was doing and they were just like, oh, okay, well, this is what we got. Why else would you respond so fast after that Series X reveal and say, we're going to do our deep dive tomorrow and reveal the PS5? But you don't show the console, you don't show the controller, and you show none of the features in action. Nothing. All you did was talk specs. I don't know, man. Anyway, that's my thoughts and reaction. I hope you enjoyed this video, man. Yeah, man. Series X is looking like that monster, dude. Man. I can't wait till we start seeing Series X games. Because that was what they showed was in games. At least not from Series X. Those were Xbox One games, Xbox 360 and original games, and the power of the console affecting those games, and the features of the console in action. Bro, when we see like Hellblade 2, or when we start seeing some actual Series X games, like I know they're not going to have, you know, any major like Series X exclusives for like the first year or so, but like show me Halo Infinite on this shit. Show me a next-gen game that's coming. Yeah, it's going to be on Xbox One also, and it's going to be on PS4 also, but show me it running on the Xbox Series X. I want to see this system in action. Like, you know, for games that are designed now so they can take advantage of that power. You know, designed for that power. Man, I'm psyched out of my skull cap, man. Xbox Series X all the way, dude. Anyways, I'm going to keep track of this, like I said, as we go through these next months leading up to the launch. Launch is supposed to be in holiday, but with this coronavirus shit and everything being shut down, I do feel that's going to be delayed. They haven't said it officially. We'll see. But either way, when it launches, I'm there day one. Even if I got to have a fucking hazmat mask on to stand in line, I'm there. I don't care. Series X all the way. But I will be keeping track of this and just seeing, what comes out. PlayStation wants to show some stuff. Xbox wants to show some stuff as we lead up. And just keep comparing them. Because they're the ones that are at war right now. They're the ones that are fighting right now. It's a power race between the two. Nintendo does their own thing. So, but I think Xbox is just getting ready to take that throne back. It's oh, man. And even in my own household, the Xbox One S took the throne from my PS4 like that in 24 hours. As soon as I got an Xbox One S, my PlayStation 4 went to my kids' room. And it hasn't come out. So anyways, man, God bless y'all. Stay gaming. Peace.